Next Harry Potter wand. I've been getting a lot of requests for this one, and I'm actually really happy about this because it's Lupin's wand. The blade of the wand is really easy. It's just long, straight, and it's got two little rings at the end there. Now, the handle on the other part, that's the only part that has any details on it. I've got mahogany because mahogany is actually color matched to this pretty well. Almost an orange, not quite, but it's gonna look good. I'll get these chucked up on the lathe and I'll see you in just a minute. Actually, for you, it'll be just 1 second. He's all chucked up and ready to go. It's a circle. Time to shape it. It's a stick with two rings. Right now, I've got just a stick. So the stick needs to be pointy, like that one. Now, this is an interesting spot right here. So I've had a lot of comments asking me how I combat chatter. Now, chatter is when you have these super long pieces of wood and they're super thin on the lathe, and they start to wobble a little bit, and you can hear a chattering sound on your chisel. That means that it's either too long or too thin, or your chisels are dull. There's a lot of different reasons it can happen. I tend to only get chatter when I have long pieces. I was getting chatter on this piece here. Mahogany is kind of brittle and splintery. What I do to combat this is I'll get it to almost the shape that I need, but I'll leave it thicker than it needs to be. Then I go in with 80 grit sandpaper, and that is an easy way for me to finish the shaping without getting the chatter, because if you're not careful, the chatter can turn your circle into an oval. I don't want your car insurance. Okay, now using 80 grit sandpaper to finish shaping your wand does take a little bit extra time, but there is zero chatter. That way you can keep your circle and not get an oval. It also gives you a head start on sanding. So this is almost done being shaped. Yeah. So I have a single ring cut there, and if I can get up close and focus this. There we go. So as you can see, there is the tenon here, but then there's this little ring on the inside. So the part on the handle is going to be matched to this diameter, and it'll slide straight up here, completing that little ring. Now, the most important part of this wand is to get this egg shape down correctly. After that, all I gotta do is put it together. Here's the blade of the wand, and the calipers are set. This part is right there, which goes on to that part. I gotta sand this up and clean up the egg shape, and then drill a hole right there, which is gonna be scary, but let's do it anyways. Woodworking is scary sometimes. This is coming out amazing. I drilled a hole, and it's pretty close to the sides there, and I gotta take a little bit more off for this wobbly design here in the handle. Hopefully I don't break through the hole. And now we reach the final step. Here is the handle, and look how seamless the seam is. That came out perfectly. I gotta glue it together and spray some finish on it, and it's gonna be done.